let's talk about my diet. About a year ago, I started shifting my diet radically away from sugar to fats, and I haven't looked back. I've maintained pretty much a ketogenic diet for almost a year now, and I wanted to share some of my experiences to start off a little video series on it. Uh, so I'm 42 now. When I turned 40, I started doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and that helped me motivate me to be eat healthier, get better sleep, avoid processed foods, and eat less sugars in general. Then last February, I moved away from even smoothies and started cutting out rice and bread, and really shifting more complete um, into the paleo spectrum towards a true ketogenic diet. But I wasn't following a cookbook or any kind of manual. I was doing it by feel with my own body, and I've been putting off going into detail and giving an update on my experiences until now that things have settled, until I've got a pretty regular menu over the course of a week. Day to day it changes, but over the course of the week it's pretty steady. So I wanted to share some of my reasoning, what I do, and some advice in general. So typical day, I'll prepare my food in the morning, and I won't eat until the middle of the day, and then I might not eat at the end of the day. So all my eating I try to do in a narrow band of time, and I'm preparing this delicious food that I really want to eat, and I'm able to put it away without difficulty. I don't have cravings like I used to. There's a whole list of changes that I'll just spin through real quick with my new diet. The primary reason that I did it was to have greater mental acuity after meals. I want to be able to do high-level editing at any time. Right now it's 3 a.m. Thursday morning, January 31st. How am I able to do this? Well, I did get a little sleep, but I don't have any rumblings in my stomach, so I don't have any cravings, because I'm only eating consistently in this narrow band of time. Don't eat in the morning, don't eat at night, basically. So this is one of the three main benefits, as I understand, for stress in the body, or three main ways: fasting, heat, and cold. I don't really do the heat and cold. I don't go to saunas. I would like to, and I don't do some cryogenic therapy or whatnot, except having my fingers out in the cold might help me with swelling from jiu-jitsu or something. But what I do, which is easy, which everyone could do, is time-restricted eating or intermittent fasting. And the loose rules for me is don't eat before 10, don't eat after 8 p.m. Thank you, Joe Rogan podcast, for those times that I've stuck with. But when I crunch it down even more, I feel even better. So let's say if I crunch it down to around a 4-hour window. So during my breaks at work, basically, throw all the food together, take it to work, only at work. Socially, for family cohesion, I'll eat something when I come home that my wife prepares, or some shared family time, a snack kind of, but it's usually a smaller meal. But that also lets me skip the dinner meal or have a full meal depending upon my needs. I just listen to my body, listen to my appetite, and I can trust it. That's the other big change, or another big change, is I can trust what my body tells me now. After a month of cutting out sugar, I lost my cravings. My wife can bake a loaf of bread, and I loved bread, and I can smell it, but I don't have any need. I don't have to eat it. I can put it aside without difficulty. When I describe what I eat, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, it sounds difficult to people because they still have those active cravings. That addiction is still has a hold of them. With this diet, when you become fully fat adapted, it's easy. It's easy to maintain. If you make the conscious choice to go back to eating, let's say, sugar for a while, then it all comes rumbling back. And that's how people fluctuate drastically in their health and their weight, is they, as I understand it, will do it for a short period of time, do the diet, something like what I'm doing with using fat for energy instead of sugar for a month, let's say, and then they'll go back to their normal diet, and that's not, I wouldn't recommend that. I believe I'm going to continue this diet for the rest of my life. Speaking more about it, some of you may not know what a keto diet is, a fat-based diet is. Me working at the library, I see a ton of cookbooks coming through of people that are curious, that are experimenting. So I know it's a trend. I know it's a big thing in the public space. And I would recommend, I don't have any real food allergies or anything. But so I'm coming from it from this perspective. It's a lot of anecdotal, stuff. So take what I say with a grain of salt, of course, but broadly speaking, trust your body and do it slowly. Do the shift slow. I think cutting out processed foods and reducing sugars, sweets, let's say, is straightforward. That's easy. Stop drinking soda, drink less alcohol. Maybe do something simple like, I'm not going to have anything with corn syrup in it, but I'll do cane sugar desserts, and slowly cut back. There's something called ketogenic flu, which is, I believe, especially for people that are out of shape or older, shifting from a sugar-based diet to a fat-based diet, they can feel tired. They can have negatives. I didn't have that. Maybe I was a little healthier. Maybe because I did it slowly. I had no negative effects. It's just been a super positive experience for me overall, aside from the social aspect. But as far as health, in every way, it's been one of the 3 best decisions of my life, easily. The other 2 being marrying a Japanese woman and getting a what's it called? How we got our house, the community land trust, going through a community land trust to get a home. So when I say, just to be clear, when I say fat versus sugar, where human beings are like a hybrid car, we have 2 sources of energy. This is super simplistic, but sugar and fat. So sugar, simple sugars, complex sugars, starch, and then fat from animals, from plants, and from our bodies, burning the fat in our bodies. So being fat adapted is when you're primarily getting the fat using fat for energy in your stomach or the fat on your body. And being sugar adapted is you're getting most of your energy, or a lot of your energy, from what you eat. And when I run out of fat in my stomach, I shift to burning fat in my body, and there isn't a bump in the road. It's a nice smooth transition. Smooth is a word that I think of a lot with my diet. My emotions are a lot smoother. I think my hormones probably are. I expect. I don't know all the mechanics, all the stuff, all the chemical things that are going on within me. But the result is, if I get angry, it doesn't translate into a tension in my body, not nearly as much. I don't have my back is not a twisting knot of chains when I have an argument. So mental acuity, I can trust my body to tell me if I'm hungry, if I'm not hungry, down to the last bite. I'm like, that's it. I don't need any more. Stress doesn't express itself with my body. I don't have as many negatives from stress. and reduction in inflammation. That's a big one with jiu-jitsu. I heal quicker. My immunity is stronger. I get sick less, and I need less sleep. So I'm up at an odd time because I'm doing. It's not related to the diet. It's related to life and things. But sleep less, reduction in inflammation, like with the time restricted eating. It's since I'm doing both. I don't know what affects it. What is helping me in reducing inflammation more, the intermittent fasting or the ketogenic diet? Since I'm doing both, I'd recommend pairing them. They work well together. When you're not eating in the morning and at night, you're putting yourself into ketosis. Ketosis being when you're in a fat burning state, basically. So they work really well together. Like in Dragon Ball Z Super terms, what is it? The Kaiten and the Blue God level. Yeah, I tried to nerd out there. Failure. Sorry. But I do like Dragon Ball Super. I'm a fan. The Broly movie just came out. Anyway, off topic there. So just a quick overview. I'm going to follow up with videos of what specifically I'm eating, like how the probiotics. Forgot about the probiotics. So to pair well with helping my body process all these animal fats, probiotics is a big part of my diet. But I'll follow up with a series probably once a week and do 3 or 4 of these on diet, and then I might shift into another topic, maybe even daring to swim into the waters of politics. We'll see. But and I'll still be doing a weekly writing update videos as well with little writing tips and story time. But trying this out since I haven't been able to get my writings released as quickly as I'd like. So having some other creative output is good.